Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the running of the Zombie Auto 280. We are here for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Pro K&N Series. And we're just about to grid here, so we're going to go over this grid for you. Starting on the pole, Jay Pryor, the 80 car. Let me just move this on over. On the front row, we've got the 80 of Jay Pryor. On his outside, though, the 42 of Andrew Combs. Starting third, Octavio Rodinelletto. He had some bad luck last week, but was real fast. On his outside, the number 22 of Aaron Mercer. Aaron Mercer starting on the outside. The outside will come into play here at Bristol. It is the fast line around the track. Right behind the number 88, you've got the number 7 of Pedro Buños. He also had some bad luck. Early in the race. Excuse me, I'm just getting everything settled down. He also had some bad luck early in the race, but is looking to come back here. Starting right behind him is going to be the 5 of James McDavid. And I believe that's it. I think Garrett Helmlinger is going to be the last one that's going to do our field here for today. So just give me 1 second, everyone. I just got to fix one thing. Sorry for that, we were having some technical difficulties, but we are here, and we are at Bristol, and we are getting ready to go green flag racing with the 80 of Jay Pryor out on the pole. Taking up the rear of the field is going to be the 5 of James McDavid. So, excuse me 1 second, everyone. I'm having some technical difficulties again. Okay, I think we're good to go. I think we're okay. So, heading back up to the front here. We're still being led by the 80 of Jay Pryor. As the green flag is out, and the 80 of Jay Pryor's hard on the throttle. He gets out to a good jump, and he's going to take that first position away and hold on to it as right behind him, the 88 of Pedro Buños is going to be looking on the inside. Oh, as the 42 tries for the crossover after he got the high run coming out of turn number 2, but the 80 of Jay Pryor is going to maintain that first place position, but then Fine is going to bring the 88 into the mix as the 80 keeps on the high side, and the 88 gets to the outside of the 42. He's going to try to take away that second place position. 88's looking strong. 80 is going to be able to clear of everyone, and the 88, ooh, gotten a little friendly with that wall, but he's able to maintain it and take away that second place position. The number 7 car is looking to the inside of the 22 of Aaron Mercer right back there. But he's not going to be able to get there. 42 still all over the 88, but the 88's holding on strong. 42 trying to get the run coming out of the turn. Let's see what he does. Oh, he gives a little bump. He's in the wall. That's going to lose a lot of momentum. 22 goes to the bottom, but unfortunately isn't able to make a move. That is going to set the 7 up for a pass, but nope, not going to get there. And right behind them, that's going to let the 3 of Garrett Helmlinger start to peek into the mix. A lot of action here early. As we're going to zoom out so you can see the splits. And you can just see how everyone is running. Everyone's, for the most part, quieted down and is all running single file. They got what they got in those first 5 laps, and now it's just run in place, looks like. The 80 of Jay Pryor not getting out to a huge lead. The 88 of Octavio, his biggest competitor all season, is right there in his tire tracks, and he's just riding right behind him. 42 of Andrew Combs, a little aggressive we saw in that start. Tried to make the pass on the 88, but unfortunately could not get past him as he's starting to reel in that 88 car. He's running a little bit lower line. Looks like he's going to try to get in front of him. We'll see if he can get up to the bumpers. The 88 almost gets into the wall there. Running that high line can be deadly if you can't get that straight exit off. As we see, oh, 88's in the wall. 88's in the wall. He's around. Oh, he's in the middle of the track. Oh, no.
How you doing in there, kid?
Oh, man. Luckily, no one else looks like they were caught up. We're going to take an instant replay at that, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at that. So as we see, 88 was already a little scraping the wall. He was trying to get it around. And then coming out of the turn. Okay, maybe it was next lap. Little ahead. Yep, just looks like it came around on him. So, the 88 looks like he got a little bit too friendly with the wall there as everyone's heading down pit road here. Not everyone. Looks like the back half pitted, and we got a couple that stayed out in front. As we see the 3, 05, 5, and the 88 all come down pit road for fresh tires and fuel. Looks like a 4-tire stop for everyone. See if 3's the first car off pit road. Let's head back to him. Looks like like I said, a 4-tire stop for everyone. Looks like they're playing it safe here on lap 12. 3 is going to be the first one off pit road, followed by the 05. But going up to the lead, we are still being led by the 80 of Jay Pryor with the 42 of Andrew Combs. I think all my technical difficulties are ironed out. So while we got some time, let's just go over the track info here. So let's just go over the weather first. It's 86 degrees right now with a small wind coming out of the southeast, only 3.6 miles per hour. Humidity is at 92. We got 0% fog, and it's partly cloudy tonight. So, hot, humid night here in Bristol. So, Bristol is a half-mile track, 4 turns. Track temp right now is only 85 degrees. And we are here in Bristol, Tennessee. Well, some really good action early in this race. 88 of Octavio Rodinaletto, unfortunately, around. We'll see if he can get that car under control, get that damage fixed, and head back up there. Speaking of Octavio, let's go ahead and look back and let's see if he took those. See if he got that damage fixed. Nope, looks like he's going to hold on to it. That's probably the smart decision. We're only 12 laps in. Once again, this is the Zombie Auto 280 here at Bristol for the ExtremeMotorsports99.com Pro K&N Series.
Channel switched.
Let's see if we get to 1 to green this time by.
Green flag. Alright, green flag.
Oh,
Everybody
my goodness.
rolling.
And we do have the 1-2 green this time by. We will be going back green flag racing. With the 80 of Jay Pryor electing to take the inside. 42 of Andrew Combs still on his high side, but he's got his teammate, the 22 of Aaron Mercer, starting right behind the 80. We'll see if these two, what they can do. Pace car is off, and 80 gets hard on the throttle. 22 is going to occupy the inside of the 42. Going down the front stretch, we'll see what they can do. Entering turn 1, 42 runs the little mid lane. He's going to get a good run off the turn. He's going to clear the 22, and they're going to settle back down 1, 2, 3, 4 as they settle down everywhere. We still got to battle back for Octavio Rodnoletto. He's to the inside of the 5 car. He cannot make the pass. That car looks like it's a little bit down on power. As right in front of him, the 3 car of Garrett Helmlinger looks to the inside of the 7. Unable to make the pass, though. 7 starting to track down that 22 again. As a 42. Oh, 7 almost gets into the 22. Good job letting off, though. As they are still battling for this position back here. Let's go ahead and let's try to get an onboard with the 7 car. See how this car looks. And you can just see the banking and how much there is in the turns. As these cars roll through the turns, a lot of lifting, it looks like, not as much braking, letting the cars roll through the turns and try to keep as much momentum as possible. Bristol's the fastest half mile we have here in NASCAR, and it is lightning fast. These guys are going around here at 15-second lap times. We're already 24 laps down almost. As we're going to cycle back. Ooh. There we go. So AJ Pryor out front. Still being followed by the 42 of Andrew Combs, but Andrew Combs is starting to fall back in the clutch of the 22 as he gets into the wall, and it's going to let the 42 occupy his inside. We'll see if the 22 can make the pass here. Nope, looks like the 42 is going to... Oh, the 7 roughs up the 22 a little bit. A little beating and banging here at Bristol. Looks like that high line is key right here in the early goings. With all that grip. 7's trying anything to get to the inside and make that pass on the 22, but just unable to do it. As we see these 5 cars just stacked on top of each other. 7 car, 42's in the wall again. He's trying to get those Bristol stripes as the 22 finally goes all the way to the high side, cuts down deep. Is he going to get to the inside of the 42? No, but that is going to let the 05 get to the inside of the 88 as the 7 checked up the 88. 05 still unable to make that pass. But the 22 is occupying the inside of the 42. Is he going to clear him? Nope. Nope, but that's the closest that the 22's got so far. 42 is going to clear the 22, and 22 likes to stay on the bottom as the 7 car makes a little contact with him. Oh, man, these guys are... Man, the 7 car is all over that 22. That is... a lot of beating and begging here in the early goings. As the 88 gets to the back bumper of the 7 car. 7 car likes running that bottom lane, but he is losing a lot of time off. 22's right on the 42's back bumpers. The 88 dives it to the inside. Can he clear the 7? Slide job, no! Oh, no. As the 88 is around again, we are still green flag racing. Oh, my goodness. Let's go see if we can get a replay on that. Oh, just wasn't clear. 88 comes up in front of the 7. And unfortunately, takes the raw end of the deal there. He is badly damaged, running back in 7th. We'll see if he can get that damage repaired on green flag pit stop as the 7 car is down pit road this time by. Looks like he's going to get that damage fixed and just try to continue on from there. But going back to the race lead, the 80 of Jay Pryor is already looking to try to put the 5 car of James McDavid a lap down. We'll see what happens here. Let's take an onboard with the 80 of Jay Pryor and just see how he runs his line. Now, he did run low there, but as we've seen, he does like the high line, so we'll see how he goes into 3 and 4. Goes into 3, goes all the way up, not all the way up to the wall, kind of keeps that mid-high line and gets on the throttle as early as possible. That seems to be the fast lane around the track right now. As we head back to the 42, who's still running in second, but the 22 is all over him. We'll see how long the 42 can hold that position. He does have some right side damages we've already discussed from contact with that wall multiple times. Let's go ahead and give you your top 5 as they're running right now. Jay Pryor still holding down that first place position. 7.1 seconds ahead of the 42 of Andrew Combs. Aaron Mercer looks to the inside. He's running in third. We'll see, though. He might be running in second as he drives it hard in deep. That's the best exit he's got. They're going to go side by side going into turn 3. Andrew Combs drives it in deep. So does the 22 of Aaron Mercer. Aaron Mercer gets a better exit, but the 42 has that high lane preferred groove, and he's going to be able to clear the 22. Just seems like it's hard to pass on the inside here. Not many people able to get it done, as we saw the 88 earlier try to do it, and he unfortunately tried to slide up in front of the 7 but couldn't get it done. So we do still have pit stops. 7 of Pedro Buños rolling off pit road as we speak. Everyone else, though, kind of running. These two are the only two kind of battling as we go back to the 3 car. He's holding down that 4th place position, 10 seconds back from the leader. That's going to be Garrett Helmlinger, his first race of the season. And then behind them is the 05 of Tommy Amise. Tommy Amise looks like he might have some nose damage. Yeah, he definitely has some nose damage. See if we can get a... Yeah, that car is beat up. That must have... I don't know what that's from. Could have been contact when the 7 and the 88 got together. I'm not entirely sure, but that car is definitely going to be underpowered. As you can see right behind him, the 80 of Jay Pryor is all just chopping down laps as we see the 7 car of Pedro Buños back down pit road this time by. See if we can get eyes on, see what's going on. Nope, he's off pit road, excuse me. So let's go check in on the 22 and the 42s. They're still battling. As we're going to see the 22 try to slide up in front of him. He does. No, he does. Oh, and the 42 makes contact. 22 saves it. What a save. What a save. 42, just a little bit of contact. Almost looks like a little bit of neck coat on the 22. But, man, that's some good driving by both drivers to get out of that without causing a wreck. So now our new top 5, Jay Pryor still holding on to first. Aaron Mercer taking over that 2nd position. 13 seconds back from the leader. And increasing. Jay Pryor is putting down a show right now. Holding on about 13.7 seconds in front of 2nd place. .42 of Andrew Combs running in 3rd. I think that right side damage might be hurting his turn in a little bit. As we see the 7 of Pedro Buños, he's got a fresh car. He's got that thing all repaired up, and he's trying to make some moves on the inside, trying to get his laps back the hard way. He's 11 laps down, though. That's... Oh, it's the 05 cars into the wall. Good save as we see the 80 of Jay Pryor right behind all these guys. Now, he's got to be very careful. He doesn't want to mess this up. Very easy to be caught up in some lap traffic. As we see the 7 able to clear those two. And the 05 of Tommy Amise trying to take that 3rd position. Is that 3rd position? Yep, that 3rd position away from the 42. So So we go back and look at the 3 of Garrett Helmlinger. He's off the pace a little bit. He's 1 lap down. But, oh man, this is where the battles is right now. As we see the 42 trying to hold that top lane against the 05. The 80 of Jay Pryor wants to go. He's definitely the fastest car on track. As he's out to a 14-second lead, almost a full lap above second place. As the 80 gets a good run as everyone goes low right there. That's just smart driving. As the 80 car is able to clear him, and that lets the 05 get to the outside of the 42. Oh, little contact. And the 42 is able to hold on to that 3rd place position. Aaron Mercer's trying to get away from both of them. He is now, let me just pull up my spotter pack. He's now 4 seconds in front of the 42. And as the 42 and the 05 keep battling, that's just going to let him eke out his lead even more. So as it stands right now, the only 2 cars on the lead lap are the 2 Maverick Motorsports drivers, the 80 of Jay Pryor and the 22 of Aaron Mercer. So we see the 5 of James McDavid. He is he's trying to run that almost Dover line where he's trying to 2-turn it. As you can see, he goes in hard, lets it drift, and then comes out as straight as possible. That's going to save the tires in the long run. We'll see if he can make up some spots in the long run, as he is sitting there running in 5th, only the last car 1 lap down. Tommy Me still trying to work over the 42, unable to do it so far. He got to the outside that one time, but they made contact and he was unable to do anything as he drives it in hard into the turn. Tries to get to his inside, and he does. Let's go ahead and back this thing out and see if we can see the pass here, as the 05 is unable to clear him. As we see the 7 of Pedro Buños trying to get his laps back. He's the fastest car on track right now with those fresh tires on that fully repaired car. But he's got to be careful. If he keeps up that pace, he's going to burn up his stuff. Pedro Buños has also set the fastest lap of the race so far, and that's going to be a 14.787. So he is screaming around the track when he's on fresh tires. 3 of Garrett Helmlinger still holding down that 7th place position. Seems like his car's a little underpowered. Octavio Rodnoletto able to get up into the 6th place position, only 2 laps down. Right behind James McDavid. Tommy Me still trying to work on the 42. But that 80 car, he is yet to pit. We'll see how long the pit cycle is. He's about to lap 2nd place. He's about to lap Aaron Mercer to be the only car on the lead lap. '80 car looking strong out of the gates. He has set the pole in the last 4 races, and he has 2 out of the last 3 wins. See if he can go 3 for 4 here. So we go back to the 42 and the 05 as the 7 car is making ground on everyone. He gets... No, not quite. He's trying to get past the 42. He's wheeling and dealing, trying to work his way through the field as the 3 car starts to poke his head back in there, but unfortunately, he's a couple laps down. He's got fresh tires over these guys. And he's able to easily get around these guys. The 05 and the 42, they're still working, as the 80 car is still unable to get around the 22 as of yet. Aaron Mercer running that really high lane. We'll see if that pays off for him. As we've got a whole cluster of cars right here. We got the 88, 7, 3, 42, and 05 all right around each other. As the 05 still trying to work on to the 42. We'll see if he's able to make that pass. Looks to the inside, unable to get there. He's going to dive it in hard into this turn. As they both go to the bottom to try to get around the 88 of Octavio Rodnoletto. 05 on the inside of the 42. Maverick Motorsports looking strong as we see Aaron Mercer finally getting passed by the 80 of Jay Pryor to go a lap down. But this is where the battle is right now. Between the 42 and the 05, these guys are not letting each other out of their sights. Each other's sights, excuse me. We're 74 laps in. Still have yet to see the leader come into pit. As he's putting on a show for these guys. Showing them how it's done here at Bristol. As we just ride along with the 80 of Jay Pryor to see his speeds and how fast these guys are whipping around these turns. Hitting about 130-ish going into the turn. Maybe 135-ish. Yeah, 133, 134. But not dropping below, it looks like 109 miles an hour going into the turns. Excuse me, that time he actually dropped all the way down to 97. Looks like the 80 of Jay Pryor's trying to figure some more speed out. I think he's got the speed under control. As we see the 5 of James McDavid, he is coming off of pit road, I think. So we see the 5. Whoa, little hairy there. Had up to speed cars, and the 5 wasn't fully up to speed. As the 88 is trying to get around the 7 of Pedro Buños. And he does successfully. He's going to work on the 3 car of Garrett Helmlinger as we speak. So we check in on the 42 and the 05. These guys are still going at it. They are not letting each other out of their sights. Some good battling. As you can see, the 80 of Jay Pryor putting his nose into view. He's running about 4/10 faster than any car inside the top 5. The next fastest car is the 5 of James McDavid, who just came out of the pit road, out of pits, excuse me. As the 80 car is going to try to occupy the outside of the 05, unable to do it that time. Looks high there, but unable to get there. The 05 is trying to anticipate the 80's moves, and that's letting the 42 eke out a little bit. As we actually see Aaron Mercer ran the fastest lap last race. Or, excuse me, last lap. As the 88 is going to get around the 80 of Jay Pryor. So he just got a lap back the hard way. Man, he just cleared 3 cars going into those turns. As the 05 is all over the 42, gives him a little bump, lets him know, hey, I'm here. I want to get going. We're not going to go another lap down. Move over. I want to race. As he goes to the inside, let's see what happens here. 05 playing a little bit conservatively, unable to make the pass. We check in on the 22 of Aaron Mercer as he works his way through the field. He works his way through some lap down cars. The 5 car does have fresher tires, but the 22 is running very consistent laps. We'll see what happens as the 80 of Jay Pryor is hitting pit road this time by. So is the 42. The 05 is staying out, but the 80 and the 42 both on pit road this time by. We'll see how fast his pit stop is as we go to the 22 of Aaron Mercer. See when he's pitting. As he's coming in this time by. 80, 42, 22. 05 still staying out. As the 22's pulling into his pit stall. 42 is out. 80 is out. 05 is still out on track. He just passed both the leader and the 42. I believe that's going to give the lead to the 05. We'll see as we pass the stripe this time by. As the 3 cars looking to get around these 2. Yes, that new leader, 05, Tommy Amise, he still has yet to pit. So we'll see what the strategy is. Maybe he's hoping for a caution. I don't know. 42's looking to the inside of the 3. He is all the way on that apron. That's not good for those tires. As we see, the 80 is out behind the 7 car. He's passing the stripe this time by as the leader is coming out of turn number 2. So it's just a matter of time before the 05 pits. He's on a 80-lap tire run as we speak. He was one of those cars that pitted on that first pit stop, so we know that he can go about 10 laps longer than the other guys. So we'll see when he decides to come in. So it looks like these guys can go almost about 85 laps on a tank of fuel. So it looks like maybe one more stop. They're going to have to push it if they pit one more time as the 80 car gets around the 05 and takes back the lead. Heading over to the 42. 42 is trying to make up ground using these fresh tires as much as he can. But he has fallen back to 5th place behind Octavio Rodinelletto and the 22 of Aaron Mercer. As I believe that's for position. I believe the 88 just took 4th. Yeah, he just took 3rd place away from the 22 of Aaron Mercer. There's a lot of cars multiple laps down. I'm having a little bit of trouble deciphering who's on the same lap. As the 88 has worked his way back up into 3rd. He has been all over the track. He's been wrecked out. He's been bumped. He's been everywhere. But he is back up into 3rd, and he's looking to make his mark as he gets around the 05. That's 2nd position right there, but he's 1 lap away from him as we see the 3 car of Garrett Helmlinger hitting pit road this time by. Garrett is 2 laps down as of right now. As the 05 is still out, he is trying to push this as much as possible, maybe hoping that he can short pit these guys on the long run, as we've had a long green flag run right now. He is way off pace. He is letting it roll through those turns. As you can see, he is 6.7 seconds behind the leader, and climbing. So we're going to go ahead and do our driver of the race right now, which is going to be the leader of the 80 of Jay Pryor. Jay Pryor started first, currently first. His fastest lap is a 14.854, which is not the fastest lap of the race. That's still held by the 7 of Pedro Buñoz. His last lap was a 15.742, and he has led 94 of 100 laps tonight. Tommy Amise leading the second most Atlanta laps with 4. His fastest lap is a 14.9, so not that far off pace from the leader of Jay Pryor. 88 Octavio, 14.8, so right there. Aaron Mercer, 14.89, as he is not letting the 88 get away. Our race summary right now, we've completed 101 laps. We still have 180 laps remaining. We've had 2 lead changes, and we've only had 1 caution. As the 05 of Tommy Amise is still staying out, he is going to push this one as long as possible. As he's coming in pit road this time by, does not seem to like that cone. So he went 92 laps on a tank of fuel. That's including the first caution laps at the beginning. So we'll have to see how this works out as we have 177 laps to go. So we head over to the leader, the 80 of Jay Pryor, still checking down laps. He's going to put the 05 a lap down at the very least. So I believe he's going to go 2 laps down at the end of this. But he is going to be the fast car on track. Octavio Rodinelletto, he's going to take over second, but he does have almost, 17. He has almost double the laps of the 22. He was fortunately able to take advantage of the 22 getting up to speed and past him. But the 22, as the heat is coming to the tires, looks like he is closed back down. The 05 has the freshest tires, but he is not up to speed. This is going to cause trouble as he's going to be the fastest car, And he's going to make that bottom work, and he's going to get around these guys. Not yet. 88 still holding strong on that outside. 05 is going to drive it deep into the turn. Is he going to clear him? Nope, not just yet. He is going to clear him there. The 05 all the way down, almost on the apron. 7 looks off. Looks like he's off pace a little bit. Let's see how many laps he's run on his tires. He's run 66 laps. He's about due a pit stop in about 20 laps. But he seems like he is very off pace. As we go back, the 42 of Andrew Combs has fallen back. He is almost 6 seconds behind the 22 of Aaron Mercer. Then you have to go back on another lap to the 5 car of James McDavid. He's going to be sitting in your 5th place position. And he is, like I said, a lap behind Andrew Combs. And then behind them is the 05 of Tommy Amis. He is trying to get back through the field. He's going to try to get his lap back here as he has caught the leader of Jay Pryor. As he gets to the inside of the 80, 80 car lets him go. And the 05 is only 1 lap down now. I believe. Still saying 2 laps down on my screen. So was that to get 2 laps down? I guess so. I think my spotter pack was messed up. Anyway, guys. Tommy Eme's still running behind the 5, but he is quick on him as the 7 car is very slow. Did something happened to the 7 car? Let's see if we can get a replay, see if anything happened. Because he is... Oh! Yes, he does. So... they're going into the turn. Let's see. 7 car all the way at the bottom. He is underpowered. He slides up. 42 has nowhere to go. 7 car down pit road this time by. That's unfortunate. I don't know why he was so slow. I don't know if he was trying to save fuel or what. If he was trying to make it. I don't know. But that's going to put him quite a few laps, more laps down, excuse me. As the 05 of Tommy Emis moved up into the 5th position, he is going to try to get some more laps back. He is the fastest car on track right now with the freshest tires. Aaron Mercer still trying to work over the 88 of Octavio Rodnoletto. These guys are neck and neck. It seems like the 22 has basically battled with everyone. So far as the 88's in the wall, he's...
Wake up.
88's going to make that pass. Excuse me, guys. 22 is going to be able to make that pass, and he's going to take over the 2nd place position back from the 88. As we only have, let's see, we're creeping up on halfway in about 20 laps. So we got 161 laps remaining. We are almost halfway done here. ADJ Pryor still holding out front. Well, I will be right back, everyone. We're going to take our first break here. We're going to go non-stop, and you will see all of the action. But I will be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live at Bristol for the Zombie Auto 280. We have 137 laps down. We are just about halfway done. We're going to go ahead and go right down your top 5 as they stand right now. Out in front, Jay Pryor still holding on strong. Second place, Aaron Mercer able to get around the 88 of Octavio Rodnoletto. Speaking of Octavio, he's still running in third. Andrew Combs 2 laps down running in fourth. And Tommy Amis is in fifth as he gets around the 42. That's still not for position though. He's still a lap behind the 42. These guys are putting on a show of how to run at Bristol. We've only had one caution tonight. And we have run 140 laps. The laps just keep ticking down. The 80 car just keeps extending his lead. So we had... Oh, the 7 car's hard into the wall. Caution is out just as I speak. 7 car hard into the wall. Man, that was ugly. See if we can get a replay on that. Coming out of the turn. And the 42 just gets into the back of him. Oop, excuse me. So coming out of the turn. Just a little bit of contact. See if we can go 20 seconds back. And we'll look at it from the in-car camera this time. Coming out of the turn. He hits him. That is unfortunate for the 7 of Pedro Buños. That is unfortunate. As we go back live here, we see cars down pit road. It looks like the 0542 are all down pit road. This is going to be lapped cars, so... Oh, excuse me, I'm still trying to figure everything out. This is 7 of Pedro Buños, still on track, slow. So I see the 42, 22, 5, all down pit road. The 80 of Jay Pryor. Let me look at my spotter pack. Yes, so everyone down pit road this time. Everyone is pitted. Looks like the 88 is going to go down pit road. 88 is stopped in the entrance of pit road for some reason. We are going to take a short commercial break. I will be right back, and we'll get the rest of this race settled out. Okay, we are back, and we are back green flag racing as the 80 car gets out to a good jump. This caution is going to allow the, let me get that off screen. The 80 car is going, or excuse me, this caution allowed the 22 to get back on the lead lap. So now we have 2 cars on the lead lap, the 22 of Aaron Mercer and the 80 of Jay Pryor. 22 of Aaron Mercer did have to start at the tail end of the field for getting the lucky dog, so he is about 4 seconds behind the leader. As the 42 of Andrew Combs is 2 laps down, and the 88 of Octavio Ronaldo, he's sitting third, only 1 lap down. So he wants to get around that leader and hold this position because he is in the lucky dog spot. But I would not count on these cautions, as we've only had 2 cautions in 150 laps, as we're past the halfway mark now. As the 88 was able to clear the 42. Heading back in the pack, 22 of Aaron Mercer running all by himself. 05 of Tommy Me still not getting that damage fixed, still running 2 laps down in 5th position. 5 of James McDavid sitting there, and the 7 of Pedro Buños is out for the race, unfortunately. As we see the 88 of Octavio Ronaldo not falling behind the 80 of Jay Pryor, in fact, closing it. But I think that's where these drivers fall into a little bit false sense of security. They see them catching this 80 car, but the 80 car has been so good on the medium to long run that I feel that the 88 might just be using up his tires. As we ride along with the 80 of Jay Pryor just to see how he's running, we're going to go ahead and just see how he runs here on the short run. As he's keeping it all the way up at the wall, running that high groove. As you can see, the rubber's really starting to build on that on turn entry and turn exit, where these guys are really using the tires. And it looks like here on the long run, he's just letting the car nat. 8 of Octavio Ronaldo's running it. As it looks like he's using a little bit of brake, trying to go a little bit lower. That's going to definitely use up the tires more. That is not going to help him on the long run here. As the 22 of Aaron Mercer is falling back, as he's all by himself, no one around him. As it looks like sounds like he's using a little bit of brake too to get through that turn, picking it up a little bit sooner. And that's just how each of these drivers runs their own line. As I would say right now, the 80's line is definitely the best, as he is still out in front with only 1 other car on the lead lap, but who knows, maybe these guys found something that the 80 car didn't. Could definitely be possible, especially here as the track changed and the rubber builds up and the lines change. As the rubber builds up on that outside lane, who knows, maybe a different lane is going to be the fastest one. As Octavio Ronaldo puts down the fastest lap of the race a few laps ago with a 14.782. So we know he's fast. Let's see if he can stay fast on the long run. That's going to be the tell of the tape here. So we try out the new hood view, checking out. Let's go ahead and go back to the 88. View from the hood here. Or from the roof, excuse me. You can see there's a little bit of damage on the right front of Octavio Ronaldo's machine. See that hood is crinkled just a little bit. You can see the right front wheel. You can just see it moving around. You see that suspension, how much it's working. See if we can get eyes on that. Get that right front suspension. Just how much that tire is bouncing around. How much this suspension is working here at such a high bank track like Bristol. As we actually see the 88 of Octavio closing in onto the 80 car of Jay Pryor. Trying to get his lap back under green flag conditions. Let's see if he can do it. It's going to be hard to do, especially with how fast the 80 car has been. But I'll tell you one thing. If the 88 gets in front of the 80, I don't think he's going to let him get lapped again. It's 22 of Aaron Mercer let the 5 car by, and he is still in second now, 9 seconds back behind the leader. 42 of Andrew Combs still sitting in 4th. 2 laps down. And the 05 of Tommy and me sitting in 5th, 2 laps down. But as we go up to the front, 88 and the 80 are still sitting about 0.3 of a second away from each other. Let's get a look at these machines that these guys have painted out. See if we can get some good view on these guys' cars. Start with the leader. Let's get that. There we go. So the 80 J Pryor sitting out first with the Pat T.I. Paints car looking sharp. Right behind him, the 22 of Aaron Mercer sitting in second with the Hyper Beast machine out there looking scary good. Sitting in third, Octavio Rodinelletto with the MWR machine looking real sharp. That blue and white paint scheme. A little bit of black thrown in there looking real good. Andrew Combs in the ASRA red and white scheme looking real good. Tommy Meese in the Genesee New York Breweries car. Tommy always seems to run the Genesee company, and they all look really good. James McDavid in the Navy machine, looking strong out there, sitting in 6th. That car looks pristine. And we have Pedro Buños still in pits. He's unfortunately out for the race. Just a little hint of what these guys' paints are. Look real good, looking real sharp out here. This week, Octavio has slightly fallen away from the 80 of J Pryor, just a tiny bit. As we said, 88, as I said earlier, the 88 of Octavio looked like he was pushing a little bit hard in that early run. That's going to hurt him in the long run, and sure enough, it has. As we see, the 80 of J Pryor has kind of changed his line a little bit. He starts up high, and he really swoops down low. Excuse me. We are back. As I was saying, he swoops it down low coming out of the turns. Aaron Mercer occupying the inside of the 5 car as they catch the 05 of Tommy Amis. Aaron Mercer trying to make that bottom lane work. It's going to be hard. Slides up, unable to clear the 5 car. 5 car lifts a little bit. He is going to clear him. 22 looks to the inside. He's going to clear the 5, slide up in between him and the 05. Now he's going to try to get that run on the 05. Come out of the turn. He's going to go side by side with him going into turn number 1. 22 dives in hard deep. He's not clear. Yep. Now he's going to clear the 05, and he's going to move up on through those lap traffic as the 5 car looks to the inside of the 05 right behind him. 5 car is going to make that pass. That's it. Yes, he is. Going up through the field, 80 of J Pryor is continuously pulling on the 88. Last lap, he's running about a 10th faster. 80 of J Pryor is running about a 10th faster than the 88 every single lap. As we see the 05 trying to get back around the 5 car. 05 does not want to go another lap down. That damage definitely hurting him. He's running about 5 tenths, almost. 5 cars in the wall. Oh, and he's around. He's around. Caution is out. Caution is out. As we dial it back, and we can see, it's like the 5 car coming out of the turn, got a little friendly with that wall. Hard to impact in. Then looped her around. Doesn't look like he made contact with anything else. Good job of the 88 of Octavio Rondaletto avoiding that. He's going to get his lap back. We will have 3 cars on the lead lap as we go back live. So here's the ultimate question. We are sitting 95 laps to go. Can you make it on fuel? We saw the furthest anybody make it was 92 laps on a full tank. Will they be able to make it? I do not know. As we see the 80 of Jay Pryor hitting pit road and the 22 of Aaron Mercer, he is hitting pit road as we speak. '88 of Octavio Rondaletto, he's going to get the lucky dog. He's going to be back on the lead lap. So those are your 3 cars on the lead lap. 80 Jay Pryor, 88 Octavio Rondaletto, 22 of Aaron Mercer. Sitting 1 lap down is going to be the 42 of Andrew Combs. He's going to try to get his lap back. He's going to stay out and get the wave around. He's sitting on 45 lap old tires and fuel. He's going to have to make 1 more stop. I think he's hoping for a caution. He's going to be able to run about 40 laps. So that put him with about 50-ish laps to go, maybe a little bit less depending on how far he pushes it before he can make a stop. So 80 of Jay Pryor sitting in first. 22 of Aaron Mercer, he's out second. 88 Octavio Rondaletto, he got the lucky dog. He's going to be sitting in third. This is where it gets interesting. We've seen how hard it is to pass here, and we've seen how fast Octavio is on the short run. Now that he's back on the lead lap, will he be able to get out in front? The only problem is he is going to be starting at the tail end of the field. He's going to have to work through the field as fast as possible. We'll see if he can do it. We know he has the speed. Let's see what he can do. So the 42 is going to try to get his lap back through the wave around, as I believe we're going to get the 1 to go this time by. We'll see as they come into turn 3. If you guys like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We will try to bring you the ExtremeMotorsports99.com Pro K&N series every single Monday night, starting at 9 p.m. Because, yep, the 42 is going to get his wave around. As the 88 is going to have to let him by because he is the lucky dog. So the 42 better work his tail around the lap, as the 88 is going to get back on track. As we see the 7 car of Pedro Buñoz back on track. That's good to see. That is good to see. 88, Octavio Rondaletto, he's going to be starting at the tail end of the field. But up front, we actually have the 22 of Aaron Mercer. I don't know what happened. Maybe the 80 got a speeding penalty. I'm not sure. But the 22 of Aaron Mercer is going to be the leader coming out of turn 4, and he's going to take the green flag. Well, see, pitting is just another half a race, and fast as you want on track, but you better be able to make it count in the pits, as the 22 gets out to a good lead, and the 88 of Octavio Rondaletto also gets out to a good jump, and he's going to try to take away that position away, not that position, but he's going to try to pass the 05, and he does, and he clears them. And now we've got all 3 lead lap cars running 1, 2, 3 right now. They're all within a second of each other. Business is picking up at the front as the 22 is trying to hold on against the 80 car. 80 car occupies his inside. We'll see if he can make the pass here. That's going to let the 88 close in. 88's going to run that middle lane. He's going to get to the inside of the 22. Almost. We'll see. He's going to dive it in deep. And he is not clear. Ooh, that is some close driving. This is going to let the 80 car start to eke out a lead, as the 88 is finally able to clear the 22. So we've all had a shakeup. We've had first go to third, second go to first, and third go to second. Everyone has changed positions. Well, we have had some good racing here so far. With just 82 laps to go. It is getting down to crunch time. We're getting down to our last long green flag run. As Andrew Combs, I believe, he pitted. No, he is not pit yet. He's still a lap down. I guess he was 2 laps down. I thought he was only 1. That is my mistake. So he is hoping for a quick caution is what he's hoping for. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. But who knows? As we go back up towards the lead, 80 J. Pryor still holding on to first. He's got about 6/10 of a second lead over second place. But now we've got lap traffic. Whoever can get through the lap traffic the best is going to probably come away with the lead as the 80 car gets a good exit out of the turn, is easily able to clear the 42. 80 Octavio Rodnoletto also gets a good exit out of the turn, is able to clear him on the high side. He's going to keep the momentum a little bit better than the 80, and he's going to gain a little bit of time on the 80 of Jay Pryor. Get both into the turn. 88's running that little bit lower line. He's fast on the short runner. He's closing in to less than half a second. Running all the way down at the bottom. He's trying everything he can do to get to that back bumper of the 80. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, as the 80 car in a little bit of trouble getting around the 7 of Pedro Buños. As 88 looks inside of the 7 car, he's going to try to make the pass. And he does. And they're still sitting about the same distance they were before they got into lap traffic right now. 7/10 of a second, almost 8/10. .22 of Aaron Mercer just chillaxing about 4 seconds back away from the leaders. He is passed for the 42 and the 05. The 05 is still hanging right there with him. As we look and we see the 5 is the next one on the chopping block when it comes to lap down cars. As the 80 is starting to pull away even more and more every single lap from the 80. Excuse me, the 88. Now over 1 second of an advantage to the 80. I just really think that middle line is hurting his tires. Those are riding on board with him. You can hear him really breathe that throttle on the corner exit. He's not able to keep the car as straight as possible, and that's hurting him on corner exit and the speed down the straightaway. We go back to Aaron Mercer. Aaron Mercer is also running that middle lane. He's able to get it in the throttle a little bit sooner, but he's having to bleed off a lot of speed on entry and center. Going back to Jay Pryor. He is still trying to work over the 5 car of James McDavid, not giving up. But as of yet, unable to catch him and get past him. As we're going to go do our Crank It Up cam, so enjoy. We're going to cut that short as we just saw it live. We're going to try to get a replay on that. The 80 of Jay Pryor getting into the wall. Let's see if we can get a replay on that. Man, that was scary. That almost ended his race. That could have been bad. Luckily, the 5 car only gave him a little bump as he got tight coming out of the turn, and boom, the 5 hits him square. That could have been much worse than it actually was. Good job on the 5 car giving a heads up and able to get slowed down so he didn't hit him that hard. That could have been ugly. That's going to give a lot of damage to the 80 of Jay Pryor. Let's see if we can get a little zoom in on that damage. Looks like he's got some right side damage and some rear damage. Let's get a look on that right front. As you can see, that wheel is exposed, and that's going to hurt him a little bit. That rear's bent in quite a bit. We'll see how bad that hurts him on the long run, as he is still slightly pulling away from the 88 of Octavio Rondaletto. But now the question comes down to fuel. Who has enough fuel? If they go green flag racing, this will be the longest stint that anyone has done on one set of tires. They'll have to go 95 laps on one tank. Maybe Aaron Mercer and Octavio are doing the smart thing. Maybe they're saving. Maybe they need to save a little bit. Who knows? We haven't seen anybody do 95. We've seen 92, but 3 laps can be an eternity, especially if you don't have enough fuel. As fast as the laps go, someone can make up quite a lot of time in a very short amount of laps. We head back to the 88. He's all by himself. 22 of Aaron Mercer still being trailed by the 05 of Tommy Amis. 42 of Andrew Combs still sitting all by himself, 3 laps down, sitting in that 5th place position. James McDavid right behind the 80 car, just running in his tire tracks, trying to gain some speed. He's sitting in 6th, and Pedro Buños, he's just trying to put some laps down after unfortunately getting caught up in a couple wrecks. So we're going to look on the 22 of Aaron Mercer. We're going to get a good view of his line and how he's running. Him in the 05 as they're sitting 8 seconds back behind the leaders as they stand right now. It looks like he's got a tiny bit of right side damage on that machine. A little bit of nose damage. Maybe got a little bit too friendly with that wall as they run up on all the way up there on that high line. Look at our pit stops for the night. So our last pit stop looks like Jay Pryor was the fastest pit stop. Maybe that's why he got the speeding penalty. He had to start second on that restart. Aaron Mercer, second fastest. Andrew Combs sitting in 3rd on fastest pit stops. So, had a little trouble last time with, as the 22 gets in the wall. Never mind. Looks like he's going to save it. Looks like everything's going to be alright, but the 05 is going to get past him. That is not for position. Well, let's try our crank it up cam now. Let's see if we can get that in. Well, it seems like every time we have a crank it up, something interesting happens as we see the 88's actually hitting pit road. So it looks like he doesn't think they can make it. He's going to short pit him here, and he's going to try to get all fueled up. Very interesting strategy here. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll have to see. As he's rolling off pit road right now. Anyway, up front, Jay Pryor still holding strong and steady. We'll see what is going to be the optimal strategy. I don't know. But apparently the 88 of Octavio Rondoletto does not believe they can make it on field, and he hit pit road. And we also saw the 7 of Pedro Buños unfortunately blowing his engine, so he is going to be done for the night. That is a shame. As Aaron Mercer is going to slot into that second place position, 10 seconds back behind the leader, excuse me. Here we go. That's better. Octavio has fallen back to third, only 1 lap down. So he only took 2 tires. Let me see his pit stop. 14 seconds. So he took a full tank of fuel. He was lucky though. He only went 1 lap down. As we see that the 80 of Jay Pryor is literally just about half of straight away behind him. Let's see if we can get eyes on, show you just how close they actually are. If we go to the leader right now, that is not what we want to look at. We can see that Jay Pryor's having to really play with that throttle off. Let's go ahead and go to the hood view, and you can just see there's Octavio just out of frame. As the 80 of Jay Pryor, let's see, as he comes out of the turn 2, you can see the 88 of Octavio Rondoletto starting to pull back away. So, we'll see if this was the right strategy. He already gets past the 22 of Aaron Mercer, and he's already passing the 05 of Tommy Amis. Be interesting. Short track, high intensity. We'll see what strategy pays off. We'll see if the 88 looks like we've got 2 distinct strategies. We've got stay out, we've got pit. We'll see if the 88 can use those tires to his advantage and take the lead away from the 80 of Jay Pryor. This is going to be one to watch. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. We're sitting here with only 28 laps to go. The 80 of Jay Pryor, he's coming down. He's slowing down. He's hitting pit road. So obviously they cannot make it. They have to pit. They are pitting. The 22 of Aaron Mercer is staying out though. So as we suspected, 95 was just a couple laps too long. They could not save enough. As we see the 80 of Jay Pryor, we're gonna keep watch on this because this is going to be the race for the lead. We're going to go to the hood view just to see if we see the 80 of Octavio Rondoletto, and there he goes. There's the 88 of Octavio Rondoletto. So he just got his lap back, and 88 is passing the start-finish line. It's going to be close. Who's going to have it? We're going to go back to the 88. 88's coming out of the turn. He is going to be just behind the 80. So the 80 car just pitted in just soon enough to stay out in the lead. That means Aaron Mercer, he is rolling off pit road right now. Oh, no, he's entering pit road. Nope, he's rolling. He is rolling. So we'll see where he shakes out, as that's going to put him in 4th right now, is what it's showing on my screen. It's going to cycle him back to 4th, behind the 05 of Tommy Amis. Tommy Amis still has to pit. He has not pitted in a long time, in 71 laps. As this is showing Octavio Rondoletto is the leader. So he was able to get around the 80 of Jay Pryor. That was for the lead. Jay Pryor has a long way to track him down. He's got 11 seconds to track down Octavio, so excuse me, this shakes everything up. Short pitting there did put Octavio in the lead by a substantial margin. Now, we're going to see if in 21 laps the 80 car can make those tires work and take back that lead. This is going to be interesting. He is running the fastest laps by 0.2, but by my calculations, he doesn't have enough laps. Oh my goodness, drama in Bristol. Octavio Rodinelletto might have just made the winning call. His pick, someone give his crew chief a medal. As he is not as fast as the 80, but he is only about 0.2 slower right now. Just over 0.2 slower. You can see the lap time is shrinking. 11 seconds, 10.7, 10.6, 10.5. Oh, back to 11. I don't think the 80 can catch him. I don't think there's enough laps. The 05 of Tommy Meese still has not pitted. I don't know what his strategy is, but he is staying out. We only have 16 laps to go. I think the 88 is going to pull this thing off. I don't think the 80 can catch him. We'll have to see. Let's sit back and watch. We're going to keep it on the 80 car. We're going to see if he can track him down. I am not sure. He is down to 10 seconds with only 14 laps to go. He's only closed it in about 2 seconds in the last 6 laps. They're about half a track away from each other. Just a little under. Excuse me, over. As the lead is cut down to 9 seconds with 12 laps to go. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going to happen. Short track race and anything can happen. As the lead is cut down to 8.6 seconds. To go this time by, 10 laps remaining, as the 88 is all by himself. 9 laps to go. Just how fast the laps count down. The 80 car's in trouble. He has got lapped cars in front of him. This is not good. This is the exact last thing he needed to try to chase down this leader. And Octavio Rodinelletto making the call to short pit to get out in front. Looks like it's going to pay off for him tonight. Coming around this time, 7 laps to go. 8.5 second lead over second place Jay Pryor. Well, I think we found our 2 heavyweights for the season as we see the 05 of Tommy Meese going down pit road. It looks like the 88 and the 80 are going to be slugging out this season. 2 wins already to the 80. 88 trying to notch his second win tonight. As the lead is now cut down to 7.8 seconds, but they only have 5 laps to go this time by. 5 to go. 5 laps for the 88 of Octavio. The comeback story. Starting third. Knocked all the way down to last. Multiple laps down. Worked his way back up through the field. Back up onto the lead lap. Short pitted the field. And is now trying to hold off the 80 of Jay Pryor. The most dominant car all race. Led the most laps. But I think the 80 car does not have enough time. 3 laps to go. We got a wreck. 5 cars off onto the apron. His engine is blown. Nope, he's rolling. He is rolling. He is rolling. He is rolling. Yep. He is going to keep it off track. As Octavio Rodinelletto comes around. 2 to go. Final lap. White flag. 7-second lead. Going into turns 3. Octavio Rodinelletto, 88, gonna come from behind. Oh, where'd he go? What just happened? Okay. He blinked out there. 88, Octavio Rodinelletto, gonna take the victory here tonight. Come from behind to win. What a race. What a race. What a finish. Amazing finish. Had me on the edge of my seat. Congratulations to our top 3. 88 of Octavio Rodinelletto, 80 of Jay Pryor, 22 of Aaron Mercer. What a finish. Well, we're going to see if we can get some interviews in here. Man, that was exciting. As we see a good smoke show here from the 88. Well-deserved win. Good job. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are being joined here by the 22 of Aaron Mercer. Aaron Mercer, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, pulling out a 3rd place here at Bristol, not an easy thing to do. Seemed like that car was just hooked up for you. Seemed like you could make gains in some places and just hold on to that 3rd position. How'd the car feel tonight?
It felt great. The track was tight. It felt like there was a lot of grip. I could just make that high line work.
Copy that. Well, you were tied for 3rd. Unfortunately, the 34 of David Schneider was not able to make it tonight. So you are going to hold on to that 3rd place position in the points. What are your plans going into the next race of the season?
Just get a lot of practice in this week and just try to make it a win next week.
10-4 on that. Well, you showed some strength here tonight. Showed that you are definitely a contender for the championship. And I know the guys are looking over their shoulders because they know that you're going to be up there contending. Well, before I let you go, any final words?
Just shout out to Maverick Motorsports.
Well, that was the 22 of Aaron Mercer. Have a good night.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
We are joined here by the 80 Jay Pryor. Jay Pryor, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, extremely dominant race tonight, leading the most laps. By far the fastest car out there. Unfortunately, at the end, it came down to a little bit of pit strategy, and the 88 was able to just pit a couple laps before. Seemed like you got into a little bit of trouble out there before that final pit stop, got into the wall. Did that slow your car down a little bit?
No, I don't think that slowed it down. I lost my rhythm, got up in the wall. The 5 car did a great job in not running through me. He did a real good job. That could have been a lot worse than what it was. You know, I'm having a hard time believing that scoring was right, and I hate to say that, but congratulations to Octavio.
I'll copy that, and you were definitely by far the most dominant car out there. So going into next week's race, let me just double check it at the schedule. Going to next week's race at Irwindale, that being a high lane track as well. Do you think the experience here will carry over into next week?
Yeah, Hunter, I definitely see that helping next week. Irwindale, I've done pretty good there in the past, and we'll see if we can't take this number 80 Chevrolet into victory lane next week.
Copy that. Anything you want to say before I let you go?
Yeah, good job by Aaron Mercer tonight and everybody else. Aaron on board with the Maverick Motorsports. I need to thank Maverick Motorsports. And need to thank Pat T. Eye Paints. She does a great job on painting these cars, and she's here with us every week. And I really need to send a big thanks to her. And thanks to you, Hunter, and Dakota Craig up in the booth. You do a great job.
Well, appreciate that. And congratulations for your second place finish. Definitely one of the heavyweights out here contention for the championship. We'll have to see next week if he's able to hold on to that lead. Congratulations, Jay. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
88, Octavio Rodnoletto. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, you're up here live with us. How did the car feel tonight? Seemed like you were able to pretty much go wherever you want. Seemed like you were running that little bit lower lane, but it seemed to be working on the short run. How did the car feel tonight? Excuse me, let me just rephrase the question. How did the car feel good? Was there a lot of grip out there tonight?
Sorry. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, it's no problem. We're just trying to get an interview in, just seeing how the car felt for you, how the race felt. Go ahead and move you down for just a second.
User was moved out of your channel.
So the little bit technical difficulties with Octavio. Just 1 second, please. Well, we were unable to get a interview in with the leader, but that is how they are going to finish. Let me just pull up the results for y'all real quick. So, Octavio Rodnoletto gonna get the come from behind victory here at Bristol, with the 80 of Jay Pryor gonna finish 6.4 seconds back, followed by Aaron Mercer in third, Tommy Amis in fourth, Andrew Combs in fifth, James McDavid in sixth, Pedro Buños in seventh, and Garrett Helmlinger rounding out the last position. It was a very interesting race, guys. I hope you guys join us next time, where we head down off to
User joined your channel.
Irwindale. We will see you guys